When the movie starts, Wuhan, who is the father of Shang-Chi, is shown fighting wearing 10 rings in his arms against an army of enemies. There were many myths about the origin of those 10 ring stubs. Nobody knows truly where these rings came from. There are many ancient god powers in these 10 rings. Every man who wears these rings becomes powerful and immortal. So, no one can defeat him. All over the world, he created his own army, and named it 10 Ring, which latterly became a secret organization which operates everywhere in the world. He conquered all kingdoms and destroyed many governments, which make this organization in spotlight. After controlling the whole world, Shang-Chi's father Wuhan come to know about a new village, full of mythical creatures and gems. So, he started researching about that village. To increase his powers, Shang-Chi's father moves to the village. A magical forest stops his way. Due to it, his car falls into a ditch. Fortunately, he comes out of the car at the right time. He enters the forest, and a guardian tries to block his way. She asks him to return from there. They fight because of it. The guardian engages in a brawl with Shang-Chi's father. Shang-Chi's father ultimately loses. They do, however, like each other during fight. They will marry soon. After this, the villagers were not allowing them to live there. Then we are shown little Shang-Chi when he was a kid. His mother was telling him all this. She was also telling him about their great protector, a dragon. She gives Shang-Chi a locket with a green gem embedded in it. The scene abruptly cuts to the present. Shang-Chi had been living in California under a different name for 10 years. The next morning, Shang-Chi sees a postcard. We didn't discover that. Why he is living with his changed name? Shang-Chi used to drive cars as his job, with a female friend. After finishing their task, they go to see their friend. Their friend mocks them, claiming that you both are intelligent even though you drive. But it doesn't affect Shang-Chi and his friend, because they were happy with their work. Now it was the night time, so they decide to go home, so they can go to their job on time. But they enjoy in the bar the whole night instead of going home. Due to it, they get late for their job. Some people try to snatch Shang-Chi's locket. When they were on the bus, Shang-Chi has to fight with them at the end. He defeats many people easily. Their boss arrives in the last, and a vlogger was capturing this video. The leader takes out his armor hand. All get shocked seeing it. Then they fight. During this, the brakes of the bus were failed and the driver has fainted. Shang-Chi asks his friend, Cretton, to drive the bus about to divide into 2 parts due to the deep cut. Shang-Chi takes them all to the safe side. The bus divides into 2 parts. Now, because the brakes of the bus were failed, so the bus stops while crashing many cars. Meanwhile, Shang-Chi notices the people have stolen his locket. Now, they are going to steal his sister's locket. Moving home, he immediately gets ready to go to his sister. Shang-Chi's friend, Cretton, asks him about those people. What did those want from you? Shang-Chi tells her, actually, those were my father's companions and now they are going to my sister. I have to move there to save my sister. Shang-Chi's friend gets astonished hearing this, because she doesn't know about Shang-Chi's sister. She asks Shang-Chi to tell her the details. On the plane, he tells her, after his mother's death, his father begins training him rigorously. He used to spend all his time in training. His father sent him on the first mission when he was 14 years old, but he failed in that mission due to some reason. I never returned home. That's why. He tells his friend, my name is Shang-Chi. I was living here under a changed name. They finally reach their destination. Shang-Chi's friend was astonished after seeing the city because she came out from America for the first time. They reach an illegal fighting bar while searching for Shang-Chi's sister, SHANG. Now because Shang-Chi's video of bus fighting got viral, so the bar people wisely signed the contract from Shang-Chi of the night fighting. That's why Shang-Chi has to do fight. When Shang-Chi goes to fight, he is taken aback when he sees his opponent. His opponent was none other than his sister, SHANG. He came here as a result of her search. His sister was hostile to him for some reason, and she fights with him. Shang-Chi doesn't engage in a fight with her, and doesn't strike her back. We are shown a scene from SHANG's past. Xialing forbids Shang-Chi to go on a mission. Don't go while leaving me alone. On it, Shang-Chi promises her that I will return after 3 days. Because he didn't return home after that mission, that's why Xialing was upset with him. She defeats Shang-Chi by launching a super kick at him. Later, Xialing informs Shang-Chi, I am the owner of this place. I do not need you. Shang-Chi claims, why did you send that postcard to me if you don't need me? Xialing says, I haven't sent any postcard. They understand that it was a trick of their father. After it, Xialing leaves. Their father's companions also arrive there. Due to height, Shang-Chi breaks the window glass and takes his friend out. He asks his friend to go to the lift. He stops behind for fighting before reaching the lift. His friend was about to fall. Shang-Chi holds her butt. Due to the several attacks on Shang-Chi, her hand drops. His friend was falling but Xialing saves her and helps Shang-Chi in a fight. A bomb was thrown at them. Their father's companion arrives there. He runs from there while taking Xialing's locket before he moves into the helicopter. Shang-Chi holds him. His father arrives and stops him from murdering him. He says, I knew none of my members can defeat you. After it, they go to Shang-Chi's father's house with him. They were looking depressed. Reaching there, Xialing tells Shang-Chi's friend about her father, that my father don't talk to me after my mother's death. He never trained me with other kids. I trained myself while seeing him from a distance. Later, I become better than him. When I feel Shang-Chi will not return, I ran from there. At age of 16 years. After it, I made a kingdom of my own. That night, they dine together. Their father asks Shang-Chi to join their team again, but Shang-Chi refuses. Their father starts telling them about their mother, that your mother engaged my life. We had so much fun together that we never thought about it. He claims that when you weren't at home, he began researching your mother's village. I've learned that those villagers have imprisoned your mother behind a giant gate. Your mother herself told me this. Your mother requested 2 villagers to stay there when we got married, but the villagers refused this. The villagers don't like me. Later I see dreams about your mother. Shang-Chi doesn't believe his father while listening to him. Their father puts their lockets in the eyes of a dragon. After it, the dragon makes a map to enter the village through the water. The path of that place changes like a puzzle. Every year, a day comes when the path becomes straight. That day will be after 3 days. They decide to take their mother back on that day. If the villagers refuse to tell them do so, they will destroy the entire village. Shang-Chi arrives enraged after hearing the plan to destroy the village. He forbids his father to do this. Their father put them in a cell. A villain meets and tell them that your father came to kill me. I saved myself with my acting skills. During this, a faceless creature of the village arrives. They get scared seeing it. The villain tells Shang-Chi that creature was with your mother. It wishes to return home, and the creature directs Shang-Chi to the village. They proceed from there with the assistance of Xialing. She ran away from there the last time. After it, they move in a car from there. Their father's companions also arrives to hold them, but they somehow escape on other side. Their father asks to get ready for the war instead of catching them. If his wife return, then okay, otherwise there will be war. They hardly cross the magical forest and reach the village. They enter the village while crossing a waterfall. They notice many mythical creatures there. They were shocked after seeing them. They meet the villagers, but the villagers ask them to leave. Their aunt arrives and stops them. Shang-Chi tells them we have a short time because our father is coming. Their aunt tells the history of this village, how a soul-taker monsters attack their village thousands of years ago. It means it steals people's souls. After destroying our village, that monster moved into the human world. Our forefathers sent a team of 11 warriors to stop the monster. The team, however, doesn't remain in front of this dangerous dark monster. A dragon, their great protector, defeated the monster, sealed it behind a massive gate. We've been guarding it for a long time. With it, she also tells the monster is also summoning your father in your mother's disguise to break the seal. The seal can only be broken with 10 rings. It implies that the voices and dreams Shang-Chi's father was experiencing were not real. It was a trick of that monster. Their aunt shows them the weapons made of dragon skin. With them, they can easily kill the monster. Their aunt gives them their mother's gift. It was the dress of the village. After it, they start training for the war. Xialing becomes more powerful because of training. With the new weapons, Shang-Chi asks his aunt to teach them the fighting skills of their mother. It is the thing that can defeat their father. After it, their aunt starts training Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi recalls events from his past. We also learn that his mother died as a result of his father's actions. He removed the 10 rings after his marriage. His old enemies getting a chance killed his wife. Shang-Chi's father becomes depressed after knowing this. Then he wears his rings. He kills the killer of his wife one by one after searching for them. When he comes to know about the main killer, he sends Shang-Chi to kill him. It was the mission after which Shang-Chi didn't return home. Searching for him, his friend arrives there. Shang-Chi tells her, "I have completed the task to kill my mother's killer, but I later realized that my mother would become aggressive as a result of it. My mother doesn't want me to make the same mistakes as my father. It was the reason I didn't return home. But this thing makes me worry even today." The next day, they get ready for the war, but Shang-Chi's friend wasn't included in the war. She wasn't ready for the fight yet. Shang-Chi's father arrives and asks his companions to kill villagers. Both groups starts fighting. Shang-Chi's father moves to the giant gate. During this, Shang-Chi also arrives there while chasing him. Here they fight with each other, Shang-Chi and his father. Shang-Chi equally fight with his father. Finally his father tosses him into the sea, while attacking him with 10 rings. Then, using the powers of the 10 rings, his father attempted to open the giant gate. He didn't open the massive gate right away because it was too large. However, there is a gap in it that the monster's companions emerge and being stealing souls for it, so the monster will become more powerful. On another side, SHANG asks them to do teamwork while fighting. It means to fight together. The villagers refuse it. When the monster's companions start stealing their souls and the weapons also doesn't affect them, they agree to work together. Due to it, Shang-Chi's friend also gets the chance to fight. Shang-Chi finds their great protector, means the dragon. After some time, it kills the monster's companions before they kill anyone. During this, his aunt asks Shang-Chi to stop his father to open the door. Shang-Chi again moves to his father. They fight again. This time, Shang-Chi was fighting like his mother. His father gets shocked during fight. They both fight each other. With 5 rings, Shang-Chi can now command the 10 rings. After some time, he throws his father down. He requests his father to come back, but the giant gate has opened completely. The monster comes out. After it, the monster was about to kill them. Shang-Chi's father throw it at a distance. That's why the monster holds Shang-Chi's father. It was taking out his soul. Before dying, he gives his 10 rings to Shang-Chi. Seeing his father dying, Shang-Chi becomes depressed. The monster was about to attack him, but SHANG comes with their protector dragon and holds that monster. She takes it upside. During this time, the monster flees from the dragon and heads towards the village to steal souls, so it will enhance its powers. Shang-Chi moves with SHANG to stop the monster. While sealing the gate, Shang-Chi moves towards the monster with the dragon speedily. He holds it before attacking the village after it. He seals the monster with his water magic. Before they seal it, the companions of the monsters give it souls. The powers of the monsters are enhanced because of it. Due to the enhanced powers, it holds the dragon and pulls its soul. Shang-Chi couldn't help his dragon. He doesn't want to lose his sister again. Before the dragon soul was pulled, Shang-Chi's friend shoots an arrow on the monster's neck. The dragon was released because of it. It again tried to trap the monster with the magical water. Shang-Chi also stuck his rings into the monster that is accompanying the dragon. Later, he divides it into many pieces using his rings. They win this war with it. Then it is shown that when they relocate to California, a man arrives to pick them up. Following that, we see them talking to a captain and his assistant. In fact, the man drove them there because the 10 rings of Shang-Chi were sending signals. It indicates that something dangerous will occur soon. This is the end of the movie. Thank you for your time.